Hey, this is Gene Bleeker, and welcome to Genius Thoughts. I'm your eyes, ears, and voice of real estate business and the community, and I love that you're here watching this program. It's going to be phenomenal. So I'm here with my real estate celebrity, Mr. Alex Hollander. Thank you for being on the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Gene.
You know what? I've been trying to get you on the program for a while. I'm just so glad that we actually made it happen because I know you're so busy at what you do.
For sure.
So,
Absolutely.
I want everybody to know about you, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome. And I use that expression a lot on this program. But, tell us about yourself and your wonderful family.
Cool. Well, my name's Alex Hollander.
Yes, you are.
I go by the face of SCV Real Estate. It's kind of how I've been branding myself the last 2.5 years. I've only been in the real estate business 2.5 years.
Okay.
Just growing my business and trying to focus on, building my clientele, building my database, and, getting transactions done. I'm a father of 4, so I got 4 little girls. They range in age from 16 to about 10. And they all just had birthdays. So that's why I'm a little off on the dates and stuff. And then I'm married. I have a beautiful wife. She's also my TC. So kind of have an in-house, real estate family going on here.
That is amazing. 4 little girls.
Yes.
So you're going to have to stay very diligent in this business because that's going to cost you a lot of money when it comes to wedding day.
Yeah, it already has. We had a quinceañera last year for my 15-year-old who's now 16.
Oh, wow.
At Heart and Main up the street here. And it was a lot of money. It was like a wedding.
Right?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
But it's going to be a great memory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. A great memory. I love that. So you got 4 beautiful girls. Give me their names.
Kylie is my oldest. She's 16, goes to Canyon.
Yeah.
And then I have twins, Zoe and Alexis. They're both 11.
Okay.
And then my youngest is Ellie. She's 9, about to be 10.
Awesome. That is great. Are they very close?
Yeah. They all hang
God, that's amazing. All right. 4 girls, married to a beautiful wife, and you've been in the business 2.5 years.
Yeah, 2.5 going on 3 this fall.
Well, cheers to that. So I met him at a MLS meeting, and I saw him, and I loved the way he was working the audience. And I said, you know what? I think you're going to be really great at what you do. So I'm glad you and I connected right from the beginning.
Absolutely.
Because I thought, this guy's going to be great in real estate, and you're already doing great business. So congratulations to you ahead of time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Getting into this business in a very challenging market, you are just taking it by storm. So I think that's just amazing on what you do.
Sweet. I appreciate that.
Well, you got it. So tell me something and our viewers something that they might not know about you.
Okay. So this is kind of like a secret, but a lot of people do know. Viewers probably don't. Prior to real estate, I was actually a pastor. So I pastored at a church. I started in youth ministry and then kind of promoted my way up to be the associate pastor of a church. So that was my career before real estate. And I did that for about 3 or 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So was there anything else that you did? And I don't think, Neri, we ever had a pastor on our show before. So this is a Gene Bleeker first. So thank you for being my first pastor on the program.
Absolutely.
Maybe next week we'll get a rabbi or something. I don't know. We'll work on the dynamics there.
Balance it out.
Exactly. So anything fun that you used to do as well before you were a...
Yeah, absolutely. So before I became a pastor, I did property management, worked odd jobs, but I was an aspiring rapper for a very long time, like an underground hip hop artist. We would do shows, tour, things like that. So I have a very eclectic background and past. And that was a lot of fun. But once I started having children, I quickly realized I needed more money. I needed a paycheck.
More stability.
Yes. And an aspiring rapper doesn't make a whole lot of money.
Got it. I love that. All right. So what got you into the wonderful, fabulous world of real estate?
Yeah, well, I mentioned I was a pastor, right? So
right.
During COVID, my church actually shut down. Okay. So, from, February to about July, we were just kind of doing services from home, which is really hard. They laid off all of the staff at that point. So I had basically a year off. I took a year, kind of reevaluated what I wanted to do. Real estate was never really even kind of in my path. I never thought about doing it. In fact, I have family members who are in the industry and I didn't really want to be in real estate. I just felt like the schedule sucked. I felt like a lot of us are very showy with the cars and the this and that. It just wasn't my steez. It wasn't what it was about. But I'm sitting at home during COVID. My wife is a transaction coordinator. So she's been in the business quite a long time and she deals with real estate agents. So for the first time in, I guess ever, I'm hearing my wife talk to real estate agents during COVID.
Right.
Because I'm in the room. And I just keep thinking to myself, these guys are idiots. Like, it's just a bunch of dummies. They just, it almost seems like everything is a dumpster fire. Everything is a problem. None of them have really cool heads. So I looked at my wife one day and I was like, I could probably do what they do and run circles around them. And she's like, you absolutely would kill it if you got licensed. So I said, all right, let me try. And I got licensed. And that was right around October that I took my test. And then in the winter, I got my license, and it took me a couple months to get going. But yeah.
So you were just like the Energizer Bunny. You kind of listened to what was going on in your wife and these real estate agents not understanding or knowing the business, and said, you know what, if I bring a little bit more professionalism to it, show people who I am and how I could really help them with this business. That was the story, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think my past careers tailor-made me for real estate, because in ministry, you're dealing with people, you're connecting with people, you're helping people, right?
Right.
So that's one aspect of it. Prior to that, I was in property management, and I was, I didn't mention it, but I was the manager of a hotel in the hospitality industry for a little while. And you learn just really good hands-on customer service, over-the-top customer service. So if you can bring those two things together, it's kind of like a game changer in real estate, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're helping people and you're providing service to them.
Where you're providing hospitality in a whole different level.
Yeah.
Love
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
All right. What was the best advice somebody ever gave you about real estate?
Yeah, about real estate. So there's two ways to look at that, right? There's the financial investing side of things. So I won't go that direction. I would say the best advice I ever got was focus on you. Like, stay in your own lane. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Because in this industry, I think a lot of people, copy each other, to compare themselves to other people, right? And if you're always comparing yourself to other people, you're never really going to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve. You're never going to be happy. And so when I first got licensed, I started following realtors, following people in the business, and I felt myself getting down on myself, like, man, this guy just did 3 deals, this guy did 6 deals, I have maybe 1 in the pipeline, So I made a conscious decision after I got that advice to unfollow every real estate agent on social media. I made a lot of enemies because I wasn't following people in my, my sphere, like
right.
other realtors, but there was a purpose for that. I didn't want to see what they were doing. I wanted to focus on me and what I was doing. And yeah, I think in any industry, but especially in real estate, it's very easy to get caught up in the Joneses. And if you just focus on you, you should be all right.
Well, I think there's nothing wrong with you putting the blinders on. Sure. I think that's what I would do, because I think there's a lot of fake real estate that people will throw out numbers and deals and transactions and all that stuff that I think a lot of them aren't true. I think they're false. Mm-hmm. But I think if you just stayed focused on just taking care of your clients from a hospitality mindset that you had, that's why you're doing so well, because you don't care about the numbers. All you care about is your clients. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I wouldn't go as far as saying I don't care about the numbers. I am looking at my numbers. I have goals that I try to hit, things like that. But yeah, I'm not concerned with the next guy's doing.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a crazy world, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 2024, crazy world. Can you give us your opinion on the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome of the real estate market in your own words?
Yeah, I mean, it is a crazy world. I agree with that statement. But real estate's one of those interesting businesses, right? Where no matter what's going on, what I kind of grew to love about it is you can pivot. So if things suck in one lane, you can easily jump into another lane. There's so many avenues for you to go into. And I think if you're flexible about stuff like that, that's the beautiful part about real estate is the flexibility and the pivoting. The negative part is it is cutthroat. It is dog eat dog. It is very competitive. I'm competitive by nature, and I think that's good for me. I think for most people who aren't competitive, this is not the business for you. You're always competing, whether it's people in your office, people who compare numbers. It's just competitive in all assets. So that's the bad. The good is the pivot. And the ugly that goes with the competitiveness is there's a lot of cattiness out here.
Yeah,
there's a lot of that going on.
Well, you'll make it work.
Yeah.
But I like the word that's used, and I don't think we've really ever discussed it on my program before about pivoting. So what are you doing different this year than you were from last year?
Yeah, I doubled. So nothing particularly different,
right?
Aside from the fact that I doubled down on all of my marketing, all of my branding, and all of my spend. I have never been one in anything I've done to not spend the money. I fully believe you got to spend money to make some money.
Right.
And I did pretty well my first year. I hit the exact same numbers my second year. And that was a loss for me to go into my second year and not hit my goals and just kind of do what I did the year before. So I made a conscious decision going into 2024 that I was going to double everything I was doing. Numbers in terms of like my production, my spend, my advertising, everything I was doing, I just doubled down on it. I added an extra farm, just
right.
2 times everything that I was doing. So that's the difference in 2024. We're 6 months in. I'm slowly but surely creeping to my goal. I think I will hit it by the end of this year. But yeah, that's the difference.
Well, I like what you're saying, and there's some people out there who might not know what that word farm is. Do you mind explaining it to our viewers?
Yeah. Think of a traditional farm. You got to plant some seeds, you got to tend to the crops. Eventually, that farm will reap a harvest, and you come in and you cash in on that harvest. Essentially, farming is that, but it's you pick a neighborhood that you want to work in, and you focus on that neighborhood. So me personally, I hate cold calling. So can't stand doing cold calls. But if I'm farming, I don't see them as cold calls because they've already got my mailers. I've already knocked on their door. So now when I call, it's more like updates. It's more like, hey, how's it going? Hey, I got this going on. Hey, this is going on.
You're just building on your relationships.
Exactly. So I started out with a 357 house farm in the neighborhood I live in. My goal was to walk down the street and everybody's like, "Oh, what's up, Alex? You're the real estate guy." When I put my trash cans out, I'm waving at everybody who drives by, just being that friendly face. So that's what I did. In fact, funny story. Can I tell you a quick story?
Absolutely,
yeah.
You can.
So when I first got licensed, it was October.
Okay.
So I was already kind of formulating this plot of farming. When I got in, I was like, I'm going to be the man in my track in my neighborhood.
Right.
So I went to Trader Joe's.
Okay.
And I asked for the manager and I said, hey, I'm going to throw a pumpkin patch and I'm going to be giving away 100 pumpkins. Would you be willing to match it? They said, that's weird, but sure. And I was like, cool, I'll pay you cash right now. Take 100 pumpkins. They gave me 200 pumpkins. They filled up my Lexus GX as like an SUV full of pumpkins. I have videos of it. Just the whole car's full of pumpkins. And then I threw them in my front yard, door knocked the neighborhood and said, hey, come get a free pumpkin. This is what I'm doing for the neighborhood. You're going to come get a free pumpkin, come to my pumpkin patch. And when they grabbed the pumpkin, I grabbed all their names, their phone numbers, and their emails. And I started growing my farm database that first month in real estate. And I just feel like that kind of really catapulted me in the neighborhood. So now I'm very big on events in my community.
I think that is an amazing idea. I mean, amazing. So if you want a takeaway, I think having your own pumpkin patch, I think that is such a great idea. Because I know some of the things in the past where an agent would just come in some areas and just drop one off. Mm-hmm. But I think inviting them over to your home, inviting them over to your family, let them pick out the pumpkin that works best for them. Yeah. I think that's genius.
It's reverse engineering too. Because you know how much effort it takes to walk pumpkins to doors and knock on doors and get denied sometimes. But if they're coming to me, it's kind of, that's been my mindset since the beginning. If I never wanted to be the agent who's like, hey, do you know anybody who's looking to buy and sell real estate? Like that, I never liked that. So I said, I want to make it so that people come to me. Right. So I reverse engineering everything that I do, from social media to farming. Everything I do is just, you come to me. I don't go to you.
Love that. Yeah. All right. So my question next is, I already know the answer, but I want to hear it out of your mouth.
Okay.
What's your biggest strength in real estate?
I'm curious to know what you think the answer is. I'll tell you my answer, then I want to hear what you have to say.
I think you're a huge out-of-the-box thinker. I think you kind of look at business and evaluate it and figure out this is where I need to spend my money wisely to help better my real estate position. I think you look at business and say, you know what? If that doesn't work, I need to pivot, So I think thinking outside the box is what you kind of dedicate your time to, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, you nailed it. That for sure. The creative side of things is really important to me. That's where I have the most fun. Right. So when you're operating from a space of fun, I just think you get better results. I think like if I could boil it down to brass tacks of like strengths, bar none, I think the social media aspect of what I do is probably stronger than any other realtor I've seen, at least in Santa Clarita. And that's not shade to them. It's just, I just think like I formulated a very specific plan and I executed that plan from the beginning, and I consistently am using it to draw business. 86 or 87% of my transactions are all social media based people, right? I don't have my SOI. Like I said, I'm not the guy who's like, do you want to buy or sell real estate? People are coming to me and they're coming through social media. So I think that's my strongest lead gen and my strongest source.
Do you know that is so against the rule? Do you know that is so against the rule?
Social media?
No, that people are coming to you. Because nationally, maybe 1% of the business that people earn comes from social media, from people that they don't know.
That's wild.
You've created such a great relationship with your people. That's what's working for you. You know, you're making a family. You're making part of who you are and what you're all about. I think that is so great that you're attracting so many good people over to you. I just got to say cheers to you on your mindset with that. That is awesome. Amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Let's talk about networking.
Okay.
So do you feel networking is very important in today's marketplace?
Absolutely, I do. I didn't when I first got in this. Like I told you, I unfollowed every realtor. I didn't want to be involved with the shenanigans of real estate because there's a lot of shenanigans in real estate, man. Right? Interesting business, interesting people. So I quickly realized, though, especially working in a town like Santa Clarita, smaller town, big town, but small vibes, small town vibes, that everybody knows each other, you know? So when I'm writing offers, I'm just, and my office was based in the Granada Hills area, right? So people are like, oh, it's a Valley agent, or he's outside the area agent. They don't want to work with me. And I realized that probably 6 months in, I wasted 6 months being so narrow-minded about building relationships with people out in Santa Clarita, that now it's everything. So I attend as many networking events as my schedule will allow. I try to build network that way, not just in the real estate industry, but I network with local businesses. I highlight local businesses on my social media channels. Definitely highly involved in the city of Santa Clarita, intentfully and purposefully, because those relationships also bring me business. And a lot of times I get a lot of cool free stuff, free meals and things like that, you know, so it's always a plus.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, you know, you, from what I gather, are such a great business to business, community minded, customer minded, client minded, consumer minded person. I think that's one of the reasons why the Exclusive Academy and myself came to you and saying, you know what, you're more than just a real estate agent. It's all about your commitment to the community, your commitment to your clients, your commitment to the consumer. Why is that so important to you?
I think it might just be my background,
right?
You know, like being involved in a community is in ministry, right? When you look at the church world, that is kind of what being in ministry is building with people, living life with other people. So taking that and kind of applying it to business was like a no-brainer to me. And I think I've always done that in anything I've done. Leadership is really, really important to me, you know, in the careers that I've had. And while I'm not leading anyone directly now, I'm a solo agent, I do my own thing. Those kind of, I guess, traits stick with me. So I find myself in situations where I'm teaching or I'm leading, I'm being invited to speak at conferences and things like that. And those type of things are all part of building a community and building a network. And yeah,
I agree. And, you know, my last key point, and you just kind of opened up the door for it using the word leadership. Mm-hmm. I want to talk to you about mentors. Do you have any mentors in business and or life that has made a great difference in your world?
Yeah, I have a lot. But my most recent mentor that I've kind of met over the last year and has really kind of poured into the real estate side of things is Steve Korn from New Hall Escrow.
Great guy.
Yeah, he's
great guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's the kind of guy who he's never really asked me for anything, right? And he's poured back in. He's always open for a conversation if I have like a big decision I need to make or move I want to do. He's even offered to like coach me, things like that. which I haven't taken him up on it. Maybe I will soon, with the coaching. But he's just a good dude. He's kind of exemplifies what we were just talking about. He's in the community. He's building with businesses, building with real estate agents. It's part of his job, but he's doing it. And I just think he's a good mentor. So he teaches me a lot.
He is a bright light to so many people. And Steve, you and I have been friends forever and a day, and I think you're amazing at what you do. So thank you for keeping this guy positive, motivated, and stimulated. You're good at that, my brother. Hey, Alex, any last thoughts you want to share with our viewers today?
No, I mean, if you need something, reach out. I'm here to help. I'm an open book. You can pick my brain. A lot of agents do reach out for social media tips, tricks. A lot of agents reach out for farming techniques. In that farm that I work, I'm the number one agent the last 2 years. It happened very, very quickly.
Bravo.
Yeah. Now I'm expanding to another one. And I also learn a lot when people pick my brain. Because I'm able to kind of pick their brain.
Well, I appreciate you being on the program, and thank you for letting me pick your brain.
Absolutely.
You did a great job, and I hope you'll come back on the program again soon.
Anytime.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Hollander.
Hey, everybody. It is Scott the Mortgage Doc with the exclusive Academy of Real Estate Professionals giving a shout out to these incredible listings this week. And we've got an incredible one with Terry Vogelsang. This one is at $767,800. The address on this one is 7814 Lindley Avenue in Reseda, California, 91335. This has 4 beds, 2 baths. It is 1,200 square feet. Now, this charming home on a large lot with a rear alley access, first time on the market in 70 years. You heard it right, 70 years. It was built in 1954. This home offers a wonderful single-story floor plan with a spacious living room and dining room featuring wood floors and plenty of windows for natural light. Kitchen was remodeled 7 years ago and includes brand new microwave, newer stove, dishwasher, and cabinets with a laundry room adjacent for additional storage. Beautiful, mature landscaping in the front yard with a variety of trees, shrubs, and flowers, while the rear yard boasts a nice-sized patio area for entertaining and lovely planter beds filled with roses and flowering shrubs. The property features a 2-car detached garage with storage area and a lot size of approximately 7,200 square feet, offers ample room to add a pool, an ADU, or convert the garage into an ADU. Great opportunity for a large family, extended family, or investors. Beautiful listing there, Terry. All right, we've got Paula Stafford, and we've got a listing at $697,500. This is at 6902 Sycamore Lane in Palmdale, California, 93551. There are 4 beds, 3 baths. This one's got a living square feet of 2,916 square feet. It is a custom-built home in one of the best locations in West Palmdale, boasting stunning views and tranquility. Large living room with a dramatic fireplace, formal dining area, a true chef's kitchen equipped with granite countertops, a gas cooktop with griddle, electric double oven with convection, ample cabinets, pantry storage, and a large eat-in area along with bar stools at the island. Family room features another fireplace and a slider leading out to the beautiful backyard, professionally landscaped and irrigated for low maintenance. Spacious bedrooms with huge closets, while master bedroom boasts 3 closets and French doors with side lights for security and ventilation. Master bathroom includes vanity outside the shower area for added convenience, with laminate flooring throughout the home, and tile in the rest for easy cleaning. Enjoy the chance to live high up in the West Palmdale Hills with this exceptional property offering unparalleled comfort and elegance. Beautiful custom home. Paula Stafford, we've got another one at $595,000. This one is at 5668 Lighthouse Lane in Palmdale, California, 93552. This has got 4 beds, 3 baths. Living square feet on this one is 2,369 square feet. It is completely renovated, large home with an open concept. It's got warm, luxury vinyl flooring extends throughout the living space, complemented by a beautiful custom fireplace in the living room, creating a very cozy ambiance. Step into the dining area and massive custom kitchen featuring a beautiful tile backsplash, custom-built vent hood, quartz countertops, ample storage, all surrounded by custom metal railings. This spacious family room provides versatility for various activities such as movie nights, holiday gatherings, or a pool table with a large adjacent laundry room. It has 4 large bedrooms located upstairs, all with new carpet and plantation shutters in the secondary bedrooms, while cohesive luxury vinyl flooring extends through the rest of the upstairs. Enjoy the harvest season in the backyard with the cherry trees, apple trees, peach trees, grapes, along with an oversized backyard featuring a covered patio and raised deck, perfect for summer cookouts and relaxation. Man, this house sounds amazing. Elgin Walker. We've got a listing at $699,777, and this one is at 13122 Del Sur Street in San Fernando, California, 91340. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath. Living square feet on this one is 1,278 square feet. So welcome to this beautiful home situated on a desirable corner lot in the heart of San Fernando, offering a unique opportunity with an extra gated lot perfect for an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit. Step inside to find a cozy and inviting living space with a tasteful upgrades throughout, featuring an open concept layout seamlessly connecting the living room, dining area, kitchen, ideally for family gatherings and entertaining guests. The kitchen boasts modern appliances, ample counter space, and plenty of storage, enhancing functionality and convenience. The master bedroom features an ensuite bathroom for added privacy, while the 2 additional bedrooms share a well-appointed second bathroom, each offering ample closet space and natural light. While the home has received some upgrades, it remains a slight fixer-upper, providing the opportunity to add personal touches and increase its value with competitive pricing set below market value, making it an attractive investment for first-time buyers or savvy investors. Outside, the large extra gated lot offers endless possibilities, whether you envision a building an ADU, creating a lush garden, or establishing a play area for kids, with the corner lot location providing added privacy and curb appeal. And these are the listings with the exclusive Academy of Real Estate Professionals. Shout out to all of you wonderful agents out there. Bye, everybody.